y'all, and welcome back. So today we're going to pick up where we left off. Our little book, I've Got to Talk to Somebody, God, A Woman's Conversations with God by Marjorie Holmes. And y'all, I have just learned so much from this little book in the short time that we've done this. I know that y'all are like so grateful that I'm reading this little book and sharing it with y'all, that it's blessing y'all. But if I'm going to be honest, I'm getting so many blessings myself from each and every one, because just like the one yesterday where we read Rescue the Child, I pondered on that for a little while, and I was like, what if I'm the child? You know, what if I'm the child that I'm praying rescue the child? Because we're God's children, you know, and it just hit me after the fact. And I was like, that was such a good point I should have brought up, because if we don't have children or grandchildren or anything like that, like I said, I mean, we could so apply that to us. Rescue this child, you know? So just thought I would just share that a little bit today, because it was just so like an aha moment, you know? So that's just a little bit of extra today. So now we're going to see what God has for us today. I'm so excited. I've been in so much prayer. I've just felt God so strong. I feel him right now. And I just can't wait for him to minister, because, you know, I too have so many different needs in my life, you know, that I pray about. And I'm just asking for confirmation, or, you know, a word, or just something. And I'm asking the same for y'all. If y'all been praying for something and you just need that word or that confirmation, however it may be that he gives it to you, you'll know. And yeah, so I'm praying for that for myself as well. So let's just see what God's going to do. Okay, so if you have this little book, it's going to be under the grouping, The Tender Trap, and that's the title of it as well, The Tender Trap. So it's kind of long, so let's get started. Oh Lord, I'm so tired and lonely and blue. I'm a little afraid. I'm so sick of housework, sick of the children. They get on my nerves so I could scream and do. I'm even sick of my husband right now. I wish he'd go away on a trip. Or I wish I could get away for a change. My husband says, okay, go visit my sister, but that's not it. Even if I managed to leave the children, I'd be around hers. No, I want something else that has nothing to do with women and children. I want to be somebody else for a while. Maybe the girl I used to be, or maybe a woman I haven't ever met yet. A beautiful, poised woman with a mind and life of her own. Only I can't. There's never any going back to what you used to be. And right now, there is no going ahead. There is only the present, which sometimes seems such a trap. As the play called it, the tender trap. Only it was funny in the play, and it was a man who felt trapped. Maybe my husband feels trapped too, going day after day to the same job. Maybe the people he has to deal with get on his nerves too. Only a man can't scream. And the women who leave their houses and fight traffic or crowded buses to get to work every day, maybe they're screaming too, somewhere inside. Lord, help me to realize how lucky I am here, right now, within this tender trap. Turn my fantasies of escape to some purpose. If there's a woman I haven't met yet, locked somewhere inside me, let her out. Bless that person you surely meant me to be, instead of the self-pitying drudge. Recreate me in her image. Help me to see that she is not some superior creature that would evolve out of the circumstance, but that she lives inside me. Lord, I now affirm and claim her. I claim her poise, her calm, her patience, her cheerfulness, her self-control. I claim her beauty. I claim her awakened mind. I claim her for my children. She will be a better mother. I claim her for my husband. She will be a better wife. I claim her for all women who are feeling the confines of their tender traps. Bless them and help each of them to find her too. Whew. Wow. This is so deep, and it can go in so many different directions. And I can only speak for myself, but I've been there. I have felt exactly this way. You just want to kind of escape. You just want to kind of get away. Not that you don't love your children, not that you don't love your spouse. You just want to get away for just a moment, have your own identity, so to speak. Oh, Lord, I've been there. I love how this book is teaching me to take everything to the Lord. I know that we say it, oh, we just take everything to the Lord. And I do. I really do. But sometimes I think that I have even held back things that I should have just openly taken to the Lord and just kind of kept it inside. All the ugly, the real ugly, not like you don't know it anyway, you know? But she just lays it out there. And I love that so much about her. And it is teaching me. That's how I was able to, the other day when the hurtful words that were spoken to me, which God moved in that situation, and I was able to talk with that person. And it turns out, because I was able to communicate with them and talk about it after I had prayed about it and given it to God, the friendship was salvaged and made stronger. That person didn't mean it the way I took it. And after we talked about it, we were both able to understand how each other felt. So God moved in that. But you know, before this book, before laying all of it out there, I would have never handled it that way. I would have never just taken it all to God and just told him everything. No, I would have lashed out, created a bigger issue that may or may never have been resolved the way it was peacefully. A friendship may have completely ended, and there would have been 2 hurt people instead of just the one. But because of this book and because of her writings like in this, where she has laid it out how she feels, you know, I'm sick of everything. I'm sick of my husband. I'm sick of the children. I'm sick of my housework. I'm just sick of this life right now that I'm living. I just feel trapped. Because I've learned to just lay it all out there, the good, the bad, and the ugly, then God is able to go and work in the situation for me, just like he was able to work with me and my friend. And I've always told my mother in our conversations, I said, when we pray and we ask God to come in a situation and we feel that the Lord is moving in that situation, I said, he don't just work on one side. He don't work on this side that he ain't working on this side to where it can all mesh seamlessly together. That's how God works. So the fact that I was able to pray about it and take it to him, and I didn't get in the way of him moving. And what I mean by that is because I tried to keep a right spirit and a right attitude by not lashing out, by not reacting, by not hurting that person because they hurt me. Then God was able to work for me and them. So he was able to work on my side and their side because I did not react and I took it to him. And just like Marjorie Holmes has taught me, just like she's taken all of this to the Lord, what she's sick of, how she just wish she could just get away just for a change. And no, she don't want to be around her sister because that means she's going to be around her sister and her sister's kids. That don't mean she don't love her sister. That don't mean she don't love her nieces and nephews. That means I just want to change, Lord. I don't want to be in that. For this moment, she just was sick of everything. Like, I think if we're totally honest, I'll be totally honest, I do get sick of, I feel this way sometimes. Even now, I feel this way sometimes. That does not make me a bad person, y'all. And if you feel this way, it does not make you a bad person. It makes you human, okay? So it's okay to take it to the Lord. Now, if you start reacting toward your children and your husband and negatively and feeling like you're trapped, then you're probably going to get a totally different outcome. But if you take Marjorie Holmes' approach and you take these feelings of what you're feeling to the Lord, then you're going to start seeing a shift like she did by the end of this. because she laid it out how she was feeling. And then she was like, but Lord, help me to realize how lucky I am here right now within this tender trap. I'm feeling trapped. I'm sick of everything right now. I'm sick of having to clean the house that don't get appreciated, that just gets messed up again. I'm sick of all these kids getting on my nerves. They just never appreciate anything. I'm sick of my husband. You know, I just feel trapped. She's feeling all this. And then she's starting to realize, well, if I'm feeling this way, he might be feeling this way too. I don't never stop to think about, he probably feels trapped going to the same old job every day, doing the same old thing every day, being around the same old people every day, encountering the same old situations every day. And then he comes home to me every day, and he comes home to these kids every day. He probably feels trapped too. I never thought about looking at it from his side. That's what I'm picking up from this. And then she's just like, just help me to realize how lucky I am. And bless the person you surely meant me to be, instead of having this big old self-pity for myself, self-pity party. Recreate me in her image. Help me to see that she's not some superior creature that would evolve out of circumstances, but that she lives inside me. Help me to see and be the wife and mother, daughter, sister, niece, cousin, granddaughter that you made me to be. Help me to see that person that lives inside of me. And she starts praying that, and then she starts to claiming all of this. I now affirm and claim her. I claim that woman you created me to be, God. I claim her. I claim the mother you created me to be for my children. I claim the wife you created me to be for my husband. I claim the woman you created me to be for all of my friends and people that I encounter. I claim that. Bless them. And bless me, Lord. Just bless me. Help me to be everything you created me to be. That's what I'm getting from it. And I can definitely say I have felt this way many, many, many times in my life. But we have to be careful and understand this is just a season. And if we handle this season correctly, by taking it all to the Lord, then we're going to learn so much and be better for it. I hope that if my husband or my children happen to hear or see this, they never feel that I don't love them or want to be the wife and mother to them. That is not it at all. But sometimes I feel like as women, and I can only speak for myself, we get lost in that identity and we lose our identity. Like, I'm the mother, I'm the wife, but I'm Donna, you know, if that makes any sense. I know what I'm trying to say. I just hope that it comes across, you know. Wow, this was a deep one. This was really, really deep. This was really deep. But I'm going to continue to take everything to the Lord, even more so than I've done in the past. I'm going to continue to be more transparent with the Lord. Not that he doesn't already know. And I'm just going to just continue to pray that he make me the woman he created me to be, that I fulfill everything that he has wanted me to fulfill, that I do everything that he has designed me to do. And at the end of the day, when it's all said and done, I want to hear those words, well done, a good and faithful servant. That's the end goal, y'all, to live with him in eternity. Thank y'all so much for hanging out with me. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you got something from it. It has really touched me. It's really deep because I can relate, but I've also been on the other side of this, and I can understand and appreciate the trap, quote unquote. And, you know, there has been a time in my life where things were very unsettled, and I would have craved this trap that she's calling, this life that she's calling a trap. Because there was a time, many times in my life, where things were very unsettled and I didn't have this what's the word? Contentment, this security. I think the word I'm looking for is security. The security of a trap. And there was times that I would have looked at this and thought, my goodness, you're praying about the very things that I'm wanting and wishing for. You know, so it's just another way of looking at it. I thank God for the trap because there was a time in my life that I didn't have this. I didn't have this security. I didn't have all of this that she's referring to as a Tinder trap, you know. So I pray that you're blessed. I pray that you get something from this. I've said it so many times, but I feel like I just ramble sometimes. But I'm just trusting God to get it through and get it across the way that He wants it to touch you the way that it's meant for you. And thank y'all for being there, for listening, for commenting and giving me your take on it, what you're getting from it, your insight, because we can all learn from each other and be blessed by what the other person, the Lord is revealing for them, you know. I love that. Thank you so much for that. I love y'all, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, y'all.